Okay, hello everyone. This is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you do not have one of your own, I would be happy to be yours. You could go to my web page right here, stamparoundthetable.stampinup.net, and there you can see the different products that we have. You can place an order if you are interested in having a party, what we call a workshop. You can sign up there. You can also, if you felt that you would like to be a demonstrator, join my team. There also is a spot there to sign up. Okay, there is a lot of perks for each of those things, and if that's something you're interested in, please reach out to me. I do have a Facebook page called Stamping Around the Dining Room Table, and I have more things there for you to look at if you were interested in that. Okay, okay, today I am going to be sharing with you the new background stamp, with our annual catalog this year, called Spiral Die. And as you can probably figure out from this, it does look kind of a tie-dye type of look. Okay, so it is a good size stamp because it's a background stamp. So you need a really big block to use with this, or if you have the Stamparatus, or there's some other out on the market, if you already have one, this type of like a stamping, thing like this, either that or else a really big block. We do have a block that would fit that in the catalog. I did not look to see how much it was, but that is available if that was something that you would want. Okay, I'm going to use my Stamparatus because that's what I have. All right, so you can see like the spiral here. What I did, and I found it has like this border kind of around it, so I figured it out, and I did I stamped it on here, but I had put this paper, figured out so that I could get where the center is, so like this right there along that, and I put some washi tape down and along there, so that if I need to know exactly, because sometimes there's different things you can do that you might want to know where the center is. Okay, so what they recommend is that you stamp it once this way, and then you flip it, and then you flip it, turn it 180 degrees, not flip it, turn it 180 degrees, and then stamp it again the other direction. Somebody mentioned you could also turn it this way, and if you wanted this way, and I'll show you just a couple things. I tried that. I didn't like those quite as well as just the regular. So before I actually stamp with this, I'm going to move this to the side for a moment. And what I did here on this first one, this was using our soft succulent. That's one of our new in colors, and I did like the darker, that is just like inking it up, and that's the color that it came out. And then I turned it this way, and without re-inking, I stamped it again, and you can see it's lighter, the lighter green. So I do like that, and obviously you could make this be the background of the front of like your whole card front, or you could cut it into smaller pieces and just use it as an accent, or a smaller background piece. So after I did this, that's just with the I said the wrong thing, with the soft succulent. This one, the lighter one on here, is the soft succulent, and the darker is the evening evergreen. So again, I did the soft succulent one direction, and I turned it the other way and did the dark evergreen the other way. So you can see it's like it looks just a little bit different too, depending on which way you turn it. Okay, so this is just one color green, first and second generation of the inking, and this is two different greens. Okay, It's interesting because how dark this looks here and how much lighter it looks next to that evening evergreen. It's always relative, right? So there's that. Then I thought, well, let me try. So then this one I use, let me make sure I get the right names for you. Oh, I used Mango Melody's the darker one. Oh, yes. I used the Pale Papaya, and I did it one way, and I turned it like this, and then I did the Mango Melody. I thought, oh, okay, I do like those together. Then I thought, well, let me try adding Daffodil Delight. So then I started out the same way with the pale, well, this time, except they say too, you know, you always should use the lightest to the darkest. And I thought the Pale Papaya was just a little lighter, so I used that color. Then I turned it this way, and I used this color. Then I turned it, I don't know which way, one way or the other. And then so I started with the Pale Papaya, then the Daffodil Delight, then I did the Mango Melody. And that's what I got. So then I thought, okay, they said you could do it 4 ways. So then I started out with the soft succulent, no, I got the wrong, So Saffron. And then I did the Pale Papaya. I don't know if you can see all these here. Then I did the Daffodil Delight, and then I did the Mango Melody. And so it was soft saffron, like one direction, and then turned the other way and added the Pale Papaya, and then turned it this way and the Daffodil Delight, and then this way and did the Mango Melody. So I just kind of wanted to see how, did I like it. So this is 2 colors, 3 colors, 4 colors. I wasn't sure, like with this white, did I like that so much? And I'm not sure, it looks almost like there's stripes there. I'm not sure why that was, but anyway. But that's something that you could try. Okay. Then I thought, okay, I'm going to try the 2 of the purples that we have. And this one I made into a card. I used I'll show you here. I used first the Highland Heather as the lighter one, and then turned it and did the Gorgeous Grape. Okay, and then I took my paper and I made the card bases out of the Gorgeous Grape, and then I did a layer with a very thin border of the Highland Heather, and I trimmed this down a little bit, and I put that on top, and then I used a sentiment from our Inspired Thoughts. There's a lot of nice things in here. Okay, it's part of a set, and I'm not gonna, the one with the trees, the beautiful. I didn't bring my book in with me. I'll write it down below. But anyway, so there's that one. And I added some basic rhinestone jewels. Then I also I want to try one with the polished pink and the Pacific Point. And so again, one way with the pink, one way with the Pacific Point. And I played around, and I decided that I really liked it better having the pink in the background and then the blue right under this. It almost felt like I, in a sense, lost the pink when I had it the other way around. So, but you could do it that way. Okay, and then the piece, Joy and Love, came from the Inspired Thoughts also. I actually put this one together before that one. I thought it almost reminded me, Peace, Joy, Love, back when tie-dye, back in the 60s and 70s when tie-dye was really big. It's getting big again. I know it's big again now, but anyway, back then. And these are the blue adhesive backed gems that I use for that. I use the lighter. There's 2 colored blue on there. I use the lighter ones. Okay, so what I thought I would do today, because of the time of year it is, it's, we just had Memorial Day, 4th of July coming up. So I thought I might see if I could do, like a red, white, and blue one. So, and it's kind of a toss-up which color to do first because they both are pretty strong colors, but I think I'm going to do the blue first. Now, if you use the Stamparatus, because this does have, and you can also do it there on that side you wanted, okay? So, when you put this on, it stays there so that that stays in the same place, and the paper is what you move. So I made, you know, I wanted to, because I didn't have a lot of paper left over, so we do have these magnets, but they would be in the way. So what I did was I made marks here so that I knew I could always have, like if I put that top corner, I just always make sure the top corner is in where it belongs, okay? And I put this under the stamp box under there, because it helps support this and makes it just a little bit easier to ink up. So I moved that, so and I'll check it again right before I stamp it. Okay, now, so because this is obviously a big stamp and it's on there, obviously you're going to ink it up like this. I put this kind of a type of cutting board that I just use in my craft room here for different things. I put that underneath here because I found when that this has a little give in it, the top of my table, and I wanted it a little firmer because sometimes, for some reason, I have a hard time getting this right over in this area to stamp well. But one of the nice things with the Stamparatus is you can re-stamp if you need to, because the paper can be in the same spot. So it's, if you needed to re-stamp, now look, it's stuck to there, so because it's doing that, I'm doing this. So I want to make sure I got a good coverage there. Okay. There. Not bad. Now, I'm going to use my chamois to clean this off. I want to get all that blue ink off there. I don't want to end up with purple ink. Blue and red together. I want them each their own color. And I also don't want the blue ink getting into my red ink pad. So let me just, the chamois, as you can see, it's been used a lot. Oh, doesn't usually put color on you unless it needs to be cleaned. Again, I thought I just cleaned it a little bit before, but I did stamp something again after. Oh yeah, but squeezing out some color. So when these are clean, they don't. So let me grab my, have some, oh my gosh, get my little, I don't like to use the baby wipes that much on because it can leave lint behind, but there. Okay, wipe off my fingers a little bit here. Okay. Then, okay, so that was that direction. Now this is going to go down here in this direction. And again, I'm lining up that top corner. I'm going to close this up so I don't get more blue on me if I can help it. So that was Pacific Point. This is real red. I felt that the Pacific Point may be a little closer to our red, white, and blue than Night of Navy maybe, but because Night of Navy can be kind of dark. So we're going to try this and hopefully it looks the way I want it to. Okay, just want to make sure this is all right. Okay, press, 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 press. There we go. Let that finish drying. And let's wipe this off quickly. I had another idea I might do as well. Now, what was I going to tell you something? Oh, yes, I'll tell you in a minute. Let me wipe this off, and then I can, you may have noticed on the back of my stamp, I have some markings on there. I want to wipe off the edge of this. Okay. No, it's stuck. So this stays stuck here really well, so you don't have to worry. It will come off when you want it to, but you don't have to worry once you get it on there that's going to move on you when you're stamping or lifting it up. Okay. Now that I did all that, let me all that red off there if I can. Red can be a real difficult color to get off sometimes. All right, wipe my hands again. All right, so what I wanted to show you, someone that I just was watching just to see what some different people did with this, and someone mentioned, and it does help if it can help you to line this up to mark the center. Okay, so because this had the edge, I marked from this side, and I just paid attention to that. And so the actual, it's actually, the design is 5.5 by 4 1/4. So half of 5.5 is 2 3/4, half of 4 1/2 is 2 1/8. And then I also marked on here, and this is actually 5.5 by 4 1/4, just because I wanted to, I just wanted to make the most of my paper. And unless you really want the front to be the total, the total size, 5.5 by 4 1/4, most of the time you want it smaller. So then I just can trim off the edges a little bit, and just to, have a nicer edge on there, and put it on the front of my card. And that's what I did with the ones I showed you. But when you go to turn, like say if you wanted to do the third color, so we did, I think it may have been this way, but anyway, so I did the red, that was the blue, it looks like, but anyway, and then I did turn it and did the blue. And then if you wanted another color, what I did when I did the other colors is I marked on this paper on each side, where's the halfway point on each, just to make it a little bit easier to make sure I was really lining it up with these marks, because it's right where this edge is here and that edge is there. But I marked it on my scrap paper down there so that I could, could line it up here and get this in the center. Okay, and then the same when I did the fourth and I turned it that way. And but anyway, so I wanted this so that to help me line it up. So when I did it, what I did is I put the washi tape, now it's to the right of the line I wanted to use there, and it's below the line I wanted to use there on the graph. Okay, now somewhere I have a piece of paper that looks like this. It's a little pad, I have a pad of it somewhere. I put it away somewhere so that I thought a good place so I could find it when I needed it, and couldn't find it. So I just put a piece of paper there, plain paper, scrap paper, and just figured it out, that way. And then I did put some exit or a line corner to corner, because I was thinking I might want to try, and because I thought, what would it look like if you did it on the diagonal? Obviously, parts aren't going to get covered. And then I thought, well, silly. Just do it this way, and if you wanted to put it on the diagonal, you always can, and you always can cut it for however you want it. But, sometimes, I don't know if you're like that, sometimes I get these ideas and I go, what are you thinking? So, alright, so I did also want to try, I'm going to try Balmy Blue, just so you can see one more time. I drew, and then I'll put this one on a card base, and I'll just kind of show you. Did I grab my red and blue card bases? I don't know if I did. Crazy me. Okay, get that right there. Okay, and light blue. So I'm going to do the balmy blue. And this way too, you can see me stamp it one more time. But really, so with this, if you wanted, like I did with the ones, you could just have, I want to make sure that's where I want it. Oop, it's over a little. You know, that could be a whole card front, or, as I said, you can cut it down. Okay. And then you just press it. Okay, see, if I wanted, I could do it again. It's a little bit light there, but I'm just going to leave that. Now, I'm going to do it this way. Because part of it is made to not be perfectly filled in. There are places that are lighter. It's kind of what they call a distinctive stamp. Okay, so there's the light blue, the balmy blue. And because they're both blue, and this is darker, I don't have to clean it in between. I can just put this over it. Once I do this, I do usually check to be sure this is where I want it. Sometimes, especially because I don't have the magnets on it, it might move a little bit from the jiggling when I ink it up. Stuck again, so I'm going to make sure that I just there we go. Well, that's kind of nice, I think. I like that. All right, let me move this aside. What do I have over here? Okay. So I've got the balmy blue here, and I thought I had, well, I cut it, but it still might be useful for what I want to decide on. So then this is usually what I do, is I kind of look and see, do I like it better that way, or I have to get a piece of balmy blue, or do I like it better, and I wanted just a small reveal with this. One of the things that it feels to me like when you do the lighter on top, it just feels almost to me, and maybe it's just me in my eyes, almost like you don't really notice the light blue as much. And a lot of times when you put a color next to it, that's the color you notice. But here, I just feel like you can, I mean, in a sense, the dark blue jumps out, but I feel you can notice the lighter blue a little more. Maybe it's just me, you know, but that's the whole thing again. You do your own, you make your card. Oh, actually, maybe I do like that now that I see it again. I do kind of like that, so maybe I'll do that. All right, but what I wanted to do was this one. Now, and again, you could just do it just on blue. You could do it on white. You could have a piece of red there, which let me just grab my red since I didn't, gotta trim some stuff down anyway. So let me just do this. So, I'm going to just first of all make a card base. So cut it in half, 5 1/2, and then score it at 4 1/4. Okay. And sometimes I'll just do this with the card bases first. So there's that way. computer. Okay, well, it looks like this is still going just because sometimes have some problems with the internet, which we really shouldn't, but we do sometimes. So there it's red on top of blue. Here it's blue on top of red. I almost think I like the other. Hold on a minute. I do have a white here. So that would be the other thing, is that you do it on, wait, that's not white, that's the right color, Sonia. That was a very vanilla, and I want one of our whites. So there's just plain white if you wanted it on just plain white. Or it could be blue with white, red with white. Could even do like this. Just depends on how much you want on your card, how thick you want it, I guess. There's that. And then there's also, flip the other way now. So, as my sister says quite often, the possibilities are endless. So it's just really what you want. So I kind of like, I may do all three here, which means I got to trim down a few things, which I have to trim this down anyway. One more time here. So I think I like it better with the red next to this. Okay, so I may do that. Okay, so there's that. Now, so I will put this together. And one second here, I just want to see, my computer is doing weird things. I don't know what it's doing. It doesn't know what it's doing. Okay. It may have just been that maybe the internet just kind of gave up the ghost there for a little bit here. Since I'm taping on my camera, it doesn't usually matter. Now, this is 5.5. I'm going to bring it down to, oh, I may need a little smaller. Let me think. Because I'm going to have the blue, so that's, I always have to remind, it's 4.25 by 5.5. So then the white, which I have a piece here. Oh, I do, but I just got to get the right one. So then this, oh wait, I want that one. 1 second, I do have some more here. I just got to get to it. Just want to make sure I have my regular weight and not my thick. I'm already adding, oh there. Oh, there's one that's, let's see, it's even cut. Oh, but that's going to be too small. Oh no, yes, that's going to be too small, too thin, too narrow. Alright, try this one more time. That's thick. Oh my goodness, come on. With all these little pieces down here, you'd think there's more of them that were... Alright, I'll just grab a full-size one from over here because I can't find what I want. Alright, so instead of 5.5, I'm going to make it 5 3/8. So I just want an 1/8 smaller. And then instead of 4.25, it's going to be 4 1/8. Okay. So it's, oh, I wanted the red on top, I said. So see, that what gives you, let me just show you here, that gives you just a small area there. So that was, so then the next one, let me just remind us of this one just to be sure I'm remembering correctly. This is 5 3/8. So the next one's going to be 5.25. So that's by 5.25, wait a minute, by 4. So I'm going to do this 4 first. And 5.25. Alright, so you should have just another very thin, so see when I put it on here, I can get a hold of it here. I will tape that down in just a minute. So there. Okay, so there's that layer. Now, so this was 5 1/4 by 4. So this has to be a little bit smaller than that, 5 1/4. So let me try. So what I'm going to do first of all. Wait. Just wait a minute, one more time. Because what I do, because I want to make sure, I'm just going to start out first with just taking the edges off. Because there's some little bit of white kind of along the edges. I'm just going to take like about an 1/8 of an inch off each side. Just to start with, and then we will, wait, did I do that side? No, I didn't do that side. 5. Okay. Now, so that's just almost the side. Okay. So let me just look here one more time. That was 5 1/4. So let me try, do 5 1/8. And that was 4, right? So if I try, let me just, because I'm not sure, just take an 1/8 off each side. Now, is that going to be what I want? Let me just make sure. Here, I'm going to set it down. It is, I'm being a little fussy here. I know you don't have to be this fussy, but that's, I just wanted a small reveal of each of those colors there, like that. Okay? So, and it's been close to half an hour here. Trying to pay attention to the time. Where's my, this is gonna, okay. So I'm gonna put this on the blue. Is that right? Nope. Gotta be a little careful with this. Wait a minute. There. It's pretty good. Pretty close. And the red will be next. Oop, got the wrong thing. Up. Now, I'm going to turn it this way. Sometimes when I turn it sideways, because I can kind of see a little better than if it's up and down. I don't know why, but there, the wider. Yay, I'm getting there. And one more layer. There. And then, now, I thought I got this Always Remember from the Peaceful Moments. Always Remember. And I thought, let me cut one of these. And so what I did was, I used these. This is, where did I do the punch? This is this punch called Tailor Tag Punch. Okay. And to save a little time, I punched those out. What I'd like to do is just kind of, and I did that in red. I'd like to do this. So it's red on one side, and then this one, blue on the other. I think I like the blue better. But again, this is everybody, you can just do what you want. If you wanted, you could even play around with it, maybe cut one in half if you wanted red and blue or red, white, and blue. think I'm going to do that. Okay, so always remember, I want to re-stamp that because I didn't feel that it stamped. I didn't stamp that very well. Where's my, right here. Okay, always remember, see if I can get it straighter. Oh, it was already down there. I didn't realize it was already on. I thought I hit it above it and it was down on it already. Oh, see, it's still a little crooked. Wow, is this side better? Maybe. Alright, where's my scissors? Oh well. Nobody's perfect. Which one looks better? Maybe this one. Alright. I've got a few to choose from there. Oh. Is that about where I want? Where's my, I don't know. Put it on the end of this. Sometimes this helps me to be able to center things a little better. See, I look a little bit up that I got it a little crooked. Maybe because it's not stamped quite straight. And then I just wanted also to and if you wanted, which I didn't think about, my mind is elsewhere, could even put it on a ribbon. I don't know that I like that. I'm just going to do this for now, and I'll play with it a little bit more later and decide what do I want to do. And I think I'm just going to use a couple of these, one on each, like a, I'll just put one on each end here. Okay, that's our basic, rhinestone basic jewels. Yeah, always remember, I don't know why, but I just cannot get that to stamp straight for me. Oh well. Okay, I put that over. What I was thinking of this, and what I will play around with it a little bit, I was thinking of maybe doing this one like a little smaller, and maybe instead of looking like, you know, like big like these others, and just kind of show you the other thing I mentioned, that it doesn't have to be the whole front of your card unless you wanted to. And I will add a few I'll add a picture. Give me a picture. Actually, when you because I have to tape this ahead of time, so there will be some pictures, thumbnails like of the card, so I'll be able to show you there. Okay, but I don't want to take any more time because I'm pretty sure it's been more than half an hour. So thank you everyone for watching. I will be back next Wednesday night at 7:30 here on YouTube. If you are interested in seeing some more of my videos, you also can go to my Stamping Around the Dining Room Table, my Facebook page, and you can see more there. You can also private message me through that, or you can leave a message for me here if there's any questions, anything I can help you with. I don't know what I did. Oh, here they are. Pull these out here. If you liked this this video, if you would give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. I also would love to have you subscribe so you can follow along with when new videos come out. I'm just going to I'm not going to see them all that well, but I'm just going to put these across the bottom here to kind of show you the different. So there's all the different things I did with you today. So anyway, so there you go. So what do you think? I'm gonna end up making maybe getting this stamp set and background stamp, and making some of your own tie-dye things. So anyway, all right, well, thanks again for watching, and until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye bye.